if anyone that watches this and has come all the way here, that's not my 4 friends that have subscribed to me, or if it is my 4 friends, I'm not going to be here just talking about myself. If anyone wants to talk and wants to do it privately or openly or whatever, all of my social media is down in the description. Let me just start off by saying fuck 2020. Fuck 2020. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Let's just have a New Year's and fuck off. The thing is, I wanted to talk about mental health for just a second, because I've been dealing with a lot in 2020, and I know that I'm not the only one dealing with any type of shit this year. This is gonna be our year, you know? Fuck off. I don't know where to start. Honestly, I don't know where to start. This is one of the hardest things ever. I barely even talk to my friends about my well-being. But this channel is my creative space, my space to talk about anything or everything that I want, to do anything or everything that I want. So I feel like it's important for me to use my creative space to talk about something that I don't really want to talk about ever. That said, I have never been diagnosed with anything. I went to a psychiatrist and for a couple months, and I thought it was great. However, I had 2 doctors at the time, one that prescribes me pills and one that gives me treatment. And they had me do tests to see where I'm at, what kind of shit that's going through my head, to give me the best pills for me, you know. One party started basically arguing with the other doctor through me. So I got out of there and I haven't been gotten back since. And the thing is, I've said, I have given myself excuses for this. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready to talk about everything. And the matter of the fact is that I don't want to. Because, talking about these things it's hard, and I don't want to fall back into the place that I once was and have been experiencing in 2020. It's all coming back, so I have to at least talk about it. And before anyone says anything, yes, I'm thinking about talking to a professional about it too. But I don't want to go through the search of finding the person for me, that works for me, because that is exhausting. A little backstory, because I feel like that's important. My dad, or my father, rather. He's not my dad, he's my father, estranged father. He, what I believe, suffered from a very deep depression when I was around 5 to 8, maybe. I used to go to his house every other week. I would have 1 week with my father and 1 week with my mom. And it was great for a while. I have never been hit or anything like that. It's just that he got a girlfriend. And she was super nice in the beginning. But then they moved in together into a house, and I got my own room and everything. So that was great. But she started basically bullying me, like a grown woman actually bullying a child. And it got to the point that me at like 7, or yeah, it gotta be 7, me at 7 told my mom that I can't be there anymore. Like, I want to see my dad, but I can't be there anymore. Now looking back at it, this was this woman's thing to get me out of my father's life so she could control it. Because what happened was a couple of months before I turned 8, he disappeared. That's according to my memory. He just poof. And my mom had to tell me that my father wasn't gonna come pick me up anymore from school. I'm not gonna go see my dad. And that was it. And he cut all ties with his old friends, his parents, his family, everything. So my world turned basically upside down. And the first couple of years, we always went to my paternal grandparents' summer house during the summer, like me and my young cousins. We would all go there for long periods of time during the summer. However, my aunts and uncles, they just decided that I needed a parental figure, and they were not doing a great job, because at the same time they were looking at me with pity. My cousins didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand what was happening. But they looked at me with pity, like, you don't have your dad. And I was like, to go through your life thinking you have to be pitied for having only one parent in your life, I got mad instead. I got really mad. Like, I couldn't take it. So I limited like my contact with them. And I basically just cut all ties with them. The only people that didn't look at me with pity was my grandparents, my paternal and my maternal grandparents, and my mother. They were the only ones that didn't have pity in their eyes when they looked at me. They treated me like anyone else, and that was fucking liberating. To this day, I hate to be pitied, because that is one of the worst feelings in the world, to have someone look at you and see the pity in their eyes. And I don't want to hear, I feel sorry for you. However, me and my mother clashed a lot during my teenage years. And I got really, really deep into depression and anxiety. Like right now, what I'm mostly dealing with is anxiety. It's not as much depression anymore. I still have my depressive episodes, as I call them, but it's mainly just anxiety over everything. My main anxiety is that I'm just bothering my friends, that they don't really want to be my friends anymore, that they don't have the heart to tell me, and I don't want to bother people. I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to be pitied. So I'm just scared to reach out, and I know that I can. It's in my head. But as I said, during my teenage years, I fell deep into everything. Like, I did everything that I could to just not feel the pain and the darkness, because it felt like I was in a tunnel of darkness. I could see like some lights up ahead. But my main thing was just, it was just darkness. It was just very encapsulating, and that was hard. And the reason why I'm laughing about it is that it's my coping mechanism. But I have learned now that, I want to see things positively. I want to see them in a positive light. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see the positive. Like, at least I saw that light in the end of the tunnel. At least it wasn't all dark. You know what I mean? However, I was like determined to not show anything to anyone. So I did my schoolwork. I did everything that I was supposed to do, and then I just shut myself in. Basically, like I had friends that were going through similar things, but I didn't want to talk about it. Like, one of my friends told me, like, I feel bad for having depression because you have gone through so much worse, and I don't want to be like compared to in that way, and I have never seen it that way, because I've never seen my life as very hard. Yeah, didn't have it well off. I was fucked up, and my father wasn't present and all that, but I didn't feel like I had it that bad. And I always had this anger inside of me. It was like this really dark, burning coal inside of me. It was just there all of the time. I was just angry. I was angry at everything, like myself, people around me. One day I just woke up and felt like I can't live like this anymore. I have to turn this around. Like, I can't go around and be mad at everything all the time. That's not fair to me. I feel like I have all the right in the world to be mad at my father. I cannot go around living like that. I can't go around living my life and being mad all the time, because that's going to be harmful in the long run. So I started to see things positively. And also, it helped to get a dog. I still have a lot of anger inside of me, and I'm trying to deal with it. But 2020 is a very special year in all of our hearts. I got the worst anxiety in my life. I had panic attacks almost every day for 2 weeks. Sometimes a couple of times a day. It was horrible. With Jack, I have someone that I can talk to about these things. Don't get me wrong, I know that I'm not alone. I needed to focus a bit on myself, but I didn't know how. So this summer was great. It wasn't too hot, so we went on long walks and stuff like that, and I had fun. And now we're back to square one, basically. Me having depressive episodes, me not being able to sleep, me not knowing what I should do next to help myself. So that's great. So I started to do a little bit of research. I got into shadow work and meditation. Like, I light a candle every night because it makes me feel safe. And then I tried meditating to get my head a little bit of peace from all of the negativity. Just ease it up a bit and like give me a pause from it to recenter and be able to look at it objectively, or more objectively. I've done that for the past week. Like, every time I meditate, I feel refreshed and recharged, ready to go at it. like put in the hard work. I started reading about shadow work and like getting to know yourself, which was like kind of eye-opening. And I found an article about shadow work that I will link it below if anyone is interested. And I just realized how much I actually hate myself. I hate the way I look, I hate the way I talk, I hate the way I feel. I hate basically everything about myself. And I have to start working on that. And this was actually from TikTok, from someone that I follow, whose name I can't recall right now. But he was talking about like getting to know yourself on a basic level, like going on dates with yourself, like asking yourself the basic first date questions, even as common as what's your favorite color. And I realized that I have lost myself in somewhere along the line, and I need to start getting back to that. I need to get to know myself again. And while meditation absolutely helps, at least for me, I can't speak for everyone, but at least for me, that's still not enough. I still need to ask myself the hard questions. So that's what I'm gonna do. And along the way, like, I have to break my own negativity and do stuff that I want to do. Like, I really want to bake Halloween cookies because fuck it, it's Halloween now. Halloween season starts now. End of discussion. I don't really know how to end this because it's been really dark. But just know that I'm positive. I'm looking at everything positively, as positively I can, and I'm working on it. I'm working on myself, and also I'm working on getting better videos, putting more energy and thought into what I'm putting out there. Because this is what I want to do. This is my creative space, and I want can you fuck off? And I want to be proud of my creative space, and I want to be proud of what I'm making, what I'm doing. I want to at least start being proud of everything that I'm putting out there, and not just having an idea, filming it, editing it, putting it out there, and not putting real thought into it. Because I feel like that's what I've been doing. So I'm gonna start there, and in the meantime, in the background of everything, every video that's going on, I'm gonna be working on myself. This is probably not gonna be the last video of me talking about my mental health. If I get an update or find something that works for me, then I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna want to share it. If anyone that watches this and has come all the way here, that's not my 4 friends that have subscribed to me, or if it is my 4 friends, I'm not gonna be here just talking about myself. If anyone like wants to talk and wants to do it privately or openly or whatever, all of my social media is down in the description. And if anyone wants to talk, I'm here. It makes me happy to help other people feel happy. So if I can help anyone other than myself getting on the right path, or we can do the path together, then I'm here. I'm gonna go do something that makes me happy. So, thank you for listening or watching, and just know that you're not alone.